good, y'all? It's your boy Jay back at it again. Today we got the most slandered characters of all time on my dog Olama Ben Sama. Y'all know what the deal is, man. Follow me on both Jays here and Jays there, the captain on my socials. So without further ado, we going right into this bit. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, y'all see the jacket, y'all see the bit. We clean, let's get it.
When looking at big corporations and companies, people will generally have a preconceived idea of that company in their head. This image of the company is largely shaped by the company's public relations, better known as their PR. PR can be broadly thought of as how well the public perceives the image of something.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Popeyes is hood niggas, Chick-fil-A's Christian workers, all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
The idea
and Waffle House is like hood niggas squared, bro. I ain't gonna front.
of PR can even extend past large corporations to individual people, with the two entities sharing something in common: PR teams. These PR teams are people who shape and maintain a positive image for their clients. Now, when it comes to a non-professional setting or context, PR can function a bit differently. Characters in media don't have traditional PR structures. Not only is their PR shaped on how well they display themselves in their respective series, but a good portion of their PR teams are made up of their own fans.
It's also how the anime talks to them. Like Gojo's PR team. Gojo's PR team doesn't have to do any fucking work. The nigga's glazed front to back in his own show. Goku's PR team doesn't have to do that much work. Niggas love Goku. But I'll tell you whose PR team is working fucking overtime is Deku. That nigga's PR due to the My Hero fanbase is in the mud, my nigga. I'm not even gonna lie.
The better your PR team is, the more resistant you are to agendas and slander, even if you do bad. However, not every character can have good PR, and as a result, agendas will be made to make them look as bad as possible no matter the scenario. So in today's video, we're going to look at some characters with the worst PR imaginable, learn how their PR got so bad, and see if their reputation can be salvaged. And spoiler alert, some of these characters are cooked beyond belief. And for the very first character, I want to talk about Kazuya from Rent-A-Girl.
Wrap that shit up. That nigga's done. Nigga, dude, does this nigga even have fans, my nigga? Does this nigga even have fans? Does this nigga got support, my nigga? Last time I checked, nobody likes this nigga, bro. I thought this nigga was a whole... Nah, your bitch ass. Nigga, this nigga's my main... He the nigga I slated the most in my most popular video on the main channel. Because this nigga's a bum, bro. My nigga, who is a fan of Kazuya bitch ass, bro? Like, nigga, what? Like, here's the thing with Deku. He has a lot of agendas against him, but you have points. Like, oh, he did this, he has this feat, he has this moment. You have an argument for Deku. Nigga, what does he have? This nigga, and I quote, spent $20,000 on some rental booty, didn't hit nothing, ain't got no action. What fantasized about his girl that he likes getting by another nigga, and he finished off that shit. Nah, bro. Nigga, this Winter Girlfriend's a dog shit, bro. 300 plus chapters, 7+ years of airing. Nigga, just to get rejected. Bum ass nigga. LML, bro. Wrap that shit up, bro. That nigga, you can't say that nigga, bro. You just scrap the whole show, nuke the whole generation. It's dumb, bro. It's dumb, bro. Ain't nothing you can do, my nigga.
Let me be serious. This guy's PR isn't even PR. What he shows is who he is. The first character I actually want to talk about is Spider-Man. More specifically, Peter Parker Spider-Man. The character of the main universe's Peter Parker has really been put through the gutter over the years. Since the writers just give
Writers just be giving this nigga whole bullshit, bro. Writers be getting they just be bending this nigga backwards, violating him.
Man, some of the absolute worst storylines for his characters, his reputation has been on a downward trajectory. And to be clear, this is more so of a mainline comic book Spider-Man problem. As many people know, Peter Parker can't catch a break, loses his wife to another guy, this nonsense with Gwen Stacy and Norman Osborn.
Like, can a nigga, like, writers will never let this nigga have a happy ending, bro. They be treating this nigga like Guts, bro. I swear, Guts, the Amazing Mainland Spider-Man, and Mark Grayson them niggas can't have shit in their stories, bro. I swear to God.
the Clone Sagas, etc. The worst part is, it's not even like every comic is bad. It's just that the bad comics are too notable. Half of these stories just create a new random problem to make Peter's life worse and just make him go through the same cycle of suffering over and over and over again. One of the most infamous examples is this comic, Spider-Man One More Day. Peter chooses to sacrifice his marriage with MJ to save Aunt May from getting shot. And let's be real here, guys, this is complete BS. Aunt May isn't some spring chicken. She's an elderly woman at this.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Aunt May, you gotta die, bitch. I ain't gonna front. But that's your aunt, nigga. She got 2 business days left anyways, my nigga. Like, I love Aunt May. She's invited to the cookout. She's the GOAT. Niggas gonna be like, oh, no, listen. Aunt May's the GOAT, bro. Great character. Never fumbled. Bruh. The last time she's had action was in the Reagan administration, my nigga. We in the 2026. You gotta go, man. You already there, bro. You already got 1 foot in the pool, man. You might as well hit a cannonball right quick, playboy. Hell no, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
This point, I'm not.
If I have a girl as bad as Lotto by my side, and I have to choose between her or my elderly, someone in my life who he's like my caregiver, who's damn near like 80-something years old, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not making that trade, bro.
Not trying to be grim here, but let's take a step back. You choose to make a deal with essentially the devil that changes the timeline to make your marriage non-existent to save someone who is probably near death anyways. I hate Marvel so much sometimes. The other media that Spider-Man appears in typically do Spider-Man justice, but are still kind of representative of modern Spider-Man's bad PR. I was scrolling through Twitter one day and I saw someone say something along the lines of modern Spider-Man media being either a retelling of one of his good stories from decades ago or some weird effed up storyline to make Peter Parker suffer more. And it's true. There are 3 cinematic universes and multiple cartoons for Spider-Man, and each has some story with Peter being a teenager, getting his powers, and learning to be a hero. This makes them all essentially new takes of the Ultimate Spider-Man series, which, trust me, it's perfectly fine that they do that, but it kinda helps the point of good Spider-Man media almost always needing to take inspiration from the same stories. From what I've seen, there are only a handful of ways people see Peter Parker Spider-Man. The best reputation he has is because of versions of his character that either A, retell older stories, B, have him as a teenager, or C, both. It feels like good adult Peter Parker stories are harder to come by nowadays. Other than that, I only really see people talking about Spider-Man being the character who just suffers over and over again because his writers hate him. This mainline Spider-Man is not the one we all know and love and can relate to. Spider-Man fans can
be getting bent over backwards for no reason, bro.
Only do so much. Like, bro, any image with
my nigga, if I have superpowers and I see this, bro, everyone dying. Nigga, I'ma walk in this bitch. Oh, this is not my first relationship, but this will be my last. I'm blowing myself up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, my nigga. The whole room explode, nigga. The whole city block gone, bro. All that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I'm dead ass in the final explosion like Marjorie Fajita did, bro.
All Guy and MJ kinda just nukes this guy's PR anytime it's brought up. Y'all honestly gotta take it up with the writers at this point. Spider-Man is one of the 3 most popular superheroes, shoot, one of the most popular characters ever, and this is how he gets treated. Crazy work. Now, I'ma keep it all the way funky. Spider-Man's PR is merely just a warm-up for this video. His PR may be worse relative to some of his peers, but overall, you can still support Spider-Man and not be verbally, or literally, shoved in a locker. But I cannot say the same thing for the next 2 characters. And before I get into those 2, if you're enjoying the video so far and you're new, you might as well subscribe. And I think that means it's time we get to the main characters of this video, Deku and Megumi. These,
I ain't gonna lie, these 2 might be some of the most slandered niggas in anime, bro. Potential meme, Megumi, bro. I don't think this nigga will ever recover from Potential Man. Potential Man deadass redefined anime conversations, bro. That was like late 2023, nigga. That is a that meme is like, that was a great shift in anime discussions, bro. Nigga, if a nigga ain't like you, you're just excerpt man, bro. I saw one where it was Roger, it was like Laughing Man, bro. Like, nigga, he gets slandered, bro. And Deku, bro. It's because the first 3 seasons, especially the first 2, this nigga was pissing me off. Always crying, Kushon. Like, I can't stand this crybaby bitch ass. I can't stand it, bro. An MC that's soft, no backbone, I can't stand that shit. That should be pissing me off, bro. Because if I would have slapped that nigga Kachon, bro. Taught the dog shit out of Kachon ass. Early, nigga. Let that nigga know what's up immediately, boy. Fuck you talk about? Hell nah, bro. Like, this shit dead ass, like, bro. And the nigga fan base is so fucking... Bro, I'm telling you, prime, like, My Hero fans, like, 2020 to 2022 might be the worst fan base ever created, my nigga. It's up there, bro. The way these niggas was doing the most horrendous double glocking shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. A girl put a tampon on Bakugo's photo, my nigga. Like, it can't get much worse than that, bro.
These two stand above all when it comes to bad PR, and I really want y'all to understand just how.
And Deku's PR, after season 3, it was going up. It was going up. You know, he beat Overhaul. You know, he got all these new powers. Then the ending said, nigga, bitch, slap the dome. Bro, that nigga deadass did not get with Uraraka, and then Horikoshi had to make another story. That nigga lost his powers. For a second, that nigga had that ugly ass cut. Like, bro, they did that nigga grimy, bro. That nigga, bro, like, bro, we know he's a teacher, and we know Deku's very well off, bro, but like, this shit was so fucking bad, bro. Have a plus, oh, like, niggas was doing this nigga, and he had this, bro, no, bro. The story I became the employee of them, like, nigga, this shit was some of the worst slander I done ever seen. Like, my nigga, like, how do you recover from this shit, bro? You got that nigga Luffy in that bitch. Like, this shit was bad, bro. And the street tier shit, and they had this nigga. Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, Deku fans, y'all niggas was in the... I feel bad for y'all niggas, bro. I feel bad for y'all niggas, bro. And high key, we might as well pull this other image, my nigga. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know why, Horiko. You could have skipped this. They got this nigga like a feminist activist, bro. They got... Like, this is the white version of the Killmonger cut, bro. It's dead ass. Like, they give every fucking... Ooh. Like, bro, that shit is ugly, bro. Like, I understand it for the surgery. I understand it's to repair him, but that shit... Nigga, that shit is hideous, bro. Nigga, that shit's ugly, bro. And I don't hate Deku, bro. Deku clean, like, you know what I'm saying? Deku pulled up, bro. Like, I like Deku. He's a good protagonist. They be doing the nigga wrong as fuck. They deadbeat, bro. They be slandering the dog shit on my nigga, bro. No, but wait, is this playing? Oh, JJK is back, baby. Let's go. All right. Hey, tell that. Hey, we gotta pause that shit. Hey, check that out. It's on the main channel. Jay's here. Just uploaded like a day or two ago. Check that bitch out. But anywho, back to the main video.
How bad it is. This tier list shows how garbage their reputation is. Their mere existence creates a new level of bad PR. And I suppose we'll get into Megami first. Megami gets slandered for so many things, but a few main points come to mind for me personally. Firstly, we need to talk about the 8-handled sword Divergent Scylla Divine General Elephant in the Room, Maharaga. I've never seen a character get slandered so much for using his abilities. The general sentiment in the anime community is that Megami is always trying to summon Maharaga.
Well, it's also because Megami is suicidal, like dead ass. I'm 99.9% sure that nigga's actually suicidal in the mainline JJK continuity.
Raga at any given point. And just so you know, it really doesn't help that they use Maharaga's summon sign and some of Megami's promotional arts. Like, why on earth does a magazine have Megami on the front cover trying to summon Maharaga? This is a setup and a half. Moreover, in 2 of the 4 JJK openings, he's trying to summon Maharaga, so it does not make him look good. And admittedly, it is very funny to slander a character for something like this. The memes of Megami being a kamikaze fighter are funny, don't get me wrong. However, I really start to dislike when the slander starts to turn into misinformation, which is often seen with a character like Megami. The sentiment that seems to be around Megami and Maharaga is that he irrationally defaults to summoning Maharaga against any opponent.
No. They used it against Sukuna twice, which is fair. He might have upped that bitch against Toto. And I think he used it on that one nigga, but I think Megami was like, I'm about to die anyway, so I might as well say, fuck it. All y'all niggas coming with me.
Right? So let's all put on our detective hats and examine every single instance of Megami attempting to or actually summoning Maharaga. The very first time we saw Megami attempt to summon
completely reasonable. It's fucking Sukuna.
Maharaga was when Yuji had eaten Sukuna's finger and Ryomen Sukuna had been reincarnated. I repeat, Ryomen Sukuna, the strongest sorcerer in history, had been reincarnated in front of Megami. Megami knows this guy is bad news, so summoning Maharaga would be the most logical solution. Honestly, it's great that his first instinct is to go straight to his strongest ability rather than trying to start slow and get his face broken in. The second time he tries to summon Maharaga is, oh, well, would you look at that? It's our good old buddy Sukuna again. Quick, you're a grade 2 sorcerer being tasked to fight Ryomen Sukuna in a 1v1. What do you...
obviously I'm up in Poe. You want me to fight this psychotic motherfucking ass nigga in a 1-on-1? No.
Gonna do? A, don't use your final trump card and get murked. B, use your final trump card to take him out with you. Or C, ask Odin to lend you some hockey.
I ain't gonna lie, this might be one of the fun. Yo, anime meme, bro. Anime memes. No, all right, Potential Man is up there. Odin lend me some hockey is one of the, yo, that shit. Those are up there, bro. Odin lend me some hockey is one of the funniest memes. This is Base Lucci, nigga. Oh my, yo, Zoro fans was in the mud during that fight, bro. Damn, that shit was peak comedy, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
Right now at Papa John's, create your own pizza for only $9.99 on original, thin, or New York style crust.
It's crazy because Maharaga wasn't even his first choice. Megami actually tried to fight him and exhausted basically all of his options because Sukuna was ragdolling him across town. What you want him to do, just lie down on his side and die? The third time, and I'm using quotes for a reason, we see Megami try to summon.
This is what I was talking. I don't know if he was gonna fully up pull on Todo. He could have, but I don't think he was willing to do it right here.
Maharaga is during his fight against Todo. I see people talk about this moment and interpret it as Megami trying to summon Maharaga, and that's what really gets me mad. The slander got so bad that people believe that Megami was going to summon Maharaga versus another Jujutsu sorcerer. Why would Megami...
No, I doubt he was gonna do that. I ain't gonna lie.
Throw away his own life and kill another student just because of some random 1v1. You know what's probably more likely? Megami was likely gonna summon one of the 4 other shadows he hadn't used in the series yet, like, I don't know, Max Elephant, which he showed in an arc later. The actual third time he tried to summon Maharaga was versus Hanami, the special grade curse. And everyone, let's just...
Fair again, my nigga, it's Hanami. And I know she got done dirty by Gojo, but nigga, I want y'all to really think it's JJK time and time again has shown. Number 1 and 2 in the verse is, you got Gojo and Sukuna, top 2. Nobody else hanging with them niggas. Gap everybody else in their mama. Like, it's that simple. Special great curses getting bitched by Gojo. It's normal, my nigga. Keep in mind, this nigga could probably blow up a city if he wanted to. But he got hoed by Gojo because Gojo and Sukuna are just that guy. They're those guys, right? Hanami is a threat, bro. He is a threat. She is a threat. I mean.
Just understand that just because Gojo can destroy Hanami doesn't mean anyone could just beat her easily. Hanami was running through both the Kyoto and Tokyo Jujutsu students, and all attacks that Megami had seen used against her were ineffective. If Gojo couldn't already get inside the barrier, he's going to assume that no one is a match for this curse, i.e. it's Big Raga, the op stopper time. The 4th time he tried to summon Maharaga is in a very similar scenario as we've seen with Megami before. Megami gets stuck 1v1ing a special grade curse, and
he said, you know what? Fuck that shit, box up. I ain't gonna lie, that was hard, bro.
This is like the 5th time Megami was stuck fighting a special grade curse in the series. Megami was extremely unlucky in the first couple arcs. In this case, Megami has little reason to summon Maharaga because he showed us that he was strong enough to take out the curse by himself. So I'll give the Megami slander crowd this one. Megami was kind of just giving up like a bum. The last time we see Megami try to summon Maharaga in the anime is against Haruta when an already injured Megami, who's just been out of fights with Dagon and Toji, gets attacked yet again. At this rate, Megami knows he's probably gonna get murked by Haruta.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I see this bitch ass nigga kill me, bro. I'm like, yeah, you're dead too, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I'm petty enough to be like, you know what? with this treasure. Oh, that nigga coming with me, bro.
Also, Sukuna is just in Shibuya running around free. So if everything is in the gutter right now, I might as well take out the enemy in front of me with me. And I'm not going to talk about the last time we see Megami try to summon Maharaga. I'm gonna just wait a couple months and we'll see how the anime watchers think about it. Overall, there was only one time that Megami didn't have a good reason to summon Maharaga, and even then it can be argued. Oh my gosh, I haven't even gotten into the potential man.
Nah, this shit is still funny as fuck. Like, what you said is true. I think Megami gets slandered unfairly, but this is still one of the funniest memes ever, nigga.
This image, this singular image, did irreparable damage to Megami's character.
Could never recover from this shit. Nah, bro, be potential, man.
This is the type of slander image you only see every couple years, and this image inspired slander for other characters
Be potential, ball.
outside of JJK that we still see to this day. And the craziest part is, you can't even defend him from this. Most of this image is
that Pop Smoke?
true. It was always explicitly or implicitly mentioned.
My problem with Megami isn't him upping pole with Maharaga. It's the fact that this nigga could be Gojo level if he actually had the mentality for this shit. You give Megami's like abilities, and you give that nigga's controller and class to a nigga like Yuji or Gojo or Sukuna, that nigga is a problem. That nigga's a problem. Megami is just not like, he's this. Megami don't like it once. He don't like it enough. He don't got enough passion for the game. That's the problem with Megami.
That Megami has a lot of potential, especially with Sukuna gawking at him like Orochimaru did with Sasuke. General spoilers for the manga, so skip here.
Shit,
but
Megami up around here. If y'all niggas ain't caught up, skip to 9:30, or skip like, I don't know, like 30 seconds when the bitch finish.
He never hit a black flash, he never found out about Toji for real, and he never had a complete domain. Jeez, I'm not gonna lie, just saying all that out loud makes Megami sound like the biggest bum in the series.
Yeah, no black flash, and this nigga's one of the most important characters in the show. No black flash, no moment with Choji, no complete domain. Yeah, that's bad, bro. And in the first episode, Yuji had to save the sorcerer because that nigga was getting his shit folded in.
Megami fans, if you exist out there, please fight back! Normally, I'd blame you guys for Megami having such a bad...
I'm trying to help y'all Megami niggas, bro. But it's like, besides the Maharaga shit, there's not much I can do to defend the nigga, bro.
Rep, but honestly, I have to blame Gege Akutami for the Megami slander. He crafted a character that is the epitome of potential. Potential, defined by Google, is having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future. That's all Megami ever did. He showed that he could become something great in the future.
He's more of a potential man than Gohan, because Gohan right now, Gohan has shown 3 times that if he just locks the fucking, he's that guy. There's 3 times where he's been that nigga. Teen Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Mystic Gohan, and Beast.
But he was never shown to become any of these things. His reputation and his character are just filled with possibilities and nothing concrete. And that's kind of been the pattern with Jujutsu Kaisen, which has proven to have varying success throughout the series. It makes it worse when you consider the fact that a lot of people thought that Megami would be like the Sasuke of JJK. Skip to this timestamp.
No, I thought the same. I thought he was gonna be cold, bro, but nope.
The video, because we are going to be talking about the final battle spoilers for JJK. Another point of slander for Megami's character is that Megami was a bum in the final battle. And I'm not here to completely cape for Megami throughout the final battle because I know that there's good reason to slander him for it. A lot of the Megami was a bum in the final battle crowd largely stems from the expectations of his character. I remember some people thought he would be the true final boss after Sukuna was defeated. Another theory I heard was that he'd eventually regain control of his body, get powered up from being a Sukuna vessel, and eventually help defeat Sukuna. But to be fair, those were all theories and not written in stone. Furthermore, people act like Sukuna didn't purposely try to mentally break Megami in order to keep control over his body. Maybe it's a bit of a cop-out, but Megami being a non-factor during a lot of the final fight was just a result of Sukuna's preparations actually working. I know for me personally, Megami did feel a little bit like a waste in the final arc. I know Sukuna took over his body and everything, but as I said previously, JJK as a series has the tendency to not fully explore a character in all their relationships. Megami's lack of feats and being known as a bum cooked his reputation. It got so bad that when the new sequel series JJK Modulo got revealed, streets were saying that Megami died to a grade 3 curse.
I remember this. Yo, this shit was the funniest shit. Oh, he lost to a grade 3. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Prime Mike Tyson could probably beat a grade 3, bro. I'm not even going for it. He died to it, though. Niggas had panels and manga. Yo, that shit was so funny, bro. I was crying, bro.
Like, come on, bro. They were clowning this man for.
Yo, that was the funniest shit ever, bro. That nigga died to a aggressive. I can't speak, nigga. Grade 3, bro.
They were clowning this man for a month straight. Every time they're talking about all the ways a grade 3 curse slimed him out. Even some of the AI slander was funny. And I'm not someone who likes AI. The slander was so good, I even laughed at the Sora AI slander. Like, check this one out.
Oh, what the?
Video is world-class slander. It's not generational slander like the Potential Man meme, don't get me wrong, but oh my gosh, this is some good stuff. Megumi's PR is so dirt that someone can just slap the Sora AI logo on one of the like 4 things he did in the series and discredit the entire feat. They even slandered bro's shoes. Like, y'all really don't let this man live. There's
Nigga shoes so late, bro. Come on, bro. The nigga shoes, bro.
probably more stuff about Megumi, but I think I've talked about enough already. Depending on how this next season goes, though, we might have to spin back on Megumi.
Yeah, Mappa could really. It's like how they did with this nigga, this bum ass nigga. They had him trying to look cool, even though he got one shot by Choso.
There's only one other character that can rival Megumi and even surpass him when it comes to slander and bad PR. And dear goodness, Deku has seen some of the worst slander of any character.
Bad for this little nigga, bro. That nigga, oh my god, bro. That shit was so bad. And it's like, it was bad at the beginning of My Hero when he was a crybaby and now fully matured, but oh my god. When he had that haircut, from the moment he got that haircut after beating Shigaraki to losing his powers to not being confirmed with being with Uraraka, bro, that shit, oh my god. I ain't gonna lie, if you was a Deku fan during that time, I feel y'all niggas must have been y'all niggas probably felt like stranded soldiers in Okinawa in that bitch. Y'all niggas was really struggling, bro.
Character. Where do I even start? I guess one of the most common things I see about Deku is that he is known to be a crybaby. And yes, there are times that Deku is just crying for little to no reason at all, but a lot of the times he cries are kind of reasonable. His whole crying reputation comes from like the first 3 seasons of the anime, and even then, that's probably not even that accurate. It was mainly season 1 where he does most of that crying. Furthermore, in some of those crybaby scenes, he's either a kid, broken a bone, or about to die. But trying to defend Deku and dispel all the narratives around his name has proven to be an uphill battle. When it comes,
the agenda's too strong, bro. The agenda's fucking pack-a-punch. Nigga, knock back, bang the arthropods, all that.
To Deku, people don't care about what actually happened in the series. Deku will be slandered regardless. This is what is known as the Deku paradox. And this paradox was created by another YouTuber named Yoki, who makes good videos. Go check him out if you get the chance. This paradox's existence would make you believe that Deku has no PR team and has 0 fans, but you'd be completely wrong. Deku has shooters, but there's only so much a fan base can do versus multiple instances of generational slander. The most recent case of generational Deku slander is the street tier bully Deku memes. And
yo, this nigga can't catch a break, bro.
may I say, this is probably my favorite slander image I've seen from 2025. It combines agenda piece tactics and power scaling. It's enough to make a
agenda piece with agenda piece niggas and power. Oh my god, bro, that'd be the worst.
Grown man cry, I won't lie. For those out of the loop, Death Battle had a versus battle with Miles Morales and Deku. And if you're fairly familiar with both of these characters, you know that this isn't really a close fight. In the power scaling community,
Deku's putting that nigga. Deku is putting beats on him. I love Miles Morales, but Deku's slamming that nigga, bro.
People sometimes use this tiering system to describe the power level of a character. I've seen people scale Deku from island to country level, while Miles is a street level hero. In layman's terms, Deku be doing stuff like this, while Miles is only doing stuff like this. Deku may have won the fight, but he horribly lost the war. Since people knew that this wasn't going to be a close fight, people still decided to slander Deku because why not? Thus, the title of street tier bully was bestowed upon young Midoriya. Memes flooded social media platforms, and specifically
nice quirk, but we just laid it on the street. Yo,
these 2 images are some of
fuck ass image, bro. This fuck ass
the funniest things to come out of this meme.
Yo, bro, I'm crying, bro. Oh no.
These are generational slander images. Someone will see a character on a street and post this image under it, and we already know that Deku's about to bully someone else. They got bro huffing and puffing to
bring me more street tears.
fight Hawkeye and Black Widow, man. This slander was like this for like a whole month, and people still know Deku as a street tier bully. One generational slander image is enough, more than enough to destroy a character's reputation. But would you believe me if I told you that Deku already had another generational slander campaign like a year before the street
The what? The McDonald's
tier
shit?
bully? If we go back to the release of the last chapters of the manga, it was revealed that Deku doesn't really have one for all anymore. He only has its embers, and people were not very happy about this whatsoever. Almost immediately, I saw this panel of
Nah, the first nigga that made this, bro.
Deku as a fast food worker, and dear goodness, people full on sprinted with this image. Every place
Once that shit was created, nigga, was raps, bro.
you saw Deku had someone calling him a quirkless fast food worker. This meme wasn't even as funny as street tier bully. It was just pure hating. This fan art dropping was the equivalent to telling Deku's PR team to defend a meteor from crashing into Earth with mere water guns. It's an unwinnable battle. The worst part about this whole smear campaign is that there was official artwork of Deku as a pizza worker.
Y'all niggas, they should have never done that, bro.
Had
You should have never given But niggas was like, oh, it's canon now.
had to have known what they were doing. This artwork dropped like a week after the fan-made panel was made. Generational slander was circulating throughout the
Nigga, ramp up those fryers. That nigga said, ramp up those fryers, Midori.
anime community, and then it was compounded by official studios basically
Nigga, the slander was square rooted, nigga. Nah.
doing the same dang thing. Deku was not able to come back from this meme for a while. The ending of My Hero really brought Deku a lot of garbage. There was a week-long period where Deku's new haircut was revealed, and he was, you guessed it, getting slandered.
That'd be $40, little bro. Look at Uraraka, cause she not fucking with.
It's not even like the ending was that bad, but geez, it's just so easy for people to get their stuff off about Deku because of the ending. Deku's PR is so cooked, and it's not even like he's badly written. At least for Megami, his slander is partly due to the writing not fully exploring his character. I'd like to understand
Deku's is way more hatred, bro. Nigga can't do shit. Niggas hate Deku, bro.
reasoning behind Deku's bad PR, and it's probably just as simple as this. Anime fans don't like him, or they like to hate on him. There are many reasons why people may not like Deku. It could be along the lines of people thinking he cried too much in the first couple seasons, or him not being the perfect successor to All Might. There's a typical shonen main character mold that Deku doesn't fit into sometimes. He didn't get the ending where he achieved his ultimate goal, and he struggled to control his powers in the beginning. We've seen other characters in My Hero do what he can't, and I suppose some just don't like that aspect of his character. Then there are people who like hating on Deku, and there's one gigantic reason for hating on him. It's funny. That's it. It's funny to call Deku a fast food worker, or a crybaby, or a bully. There are some people
Fucking memes, we have me dead, though, I ain't gonna lie.
or characters who achieve such a status. For those who watch basketball, Deku's kind of like a player named Jason Tatum. People just love hating on them even though they haven't done anything too egregious. Their mere existence just makes their PR bad. I'd say give it another 6 to 8 months and we'll probably see more generational Deku slander like clockwork. I genuinely don't know who has it worse between these two characters.
Yeah, I'm dead. I dead think it's Deku. It has to be Deku, bro. Cause I feel like Megami, you have more feel to not like Megami. And it'd be like, this nigga doesn't, he has potential, he just doesn't use it. But with Deku, it's just like niggas hate Deku. Yo, that was a W video, my dog. Olama, it's time to go check him out. But that being said, it's your boy Jay. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay blessed, and I'm out.